Hello and welcome everybody to the 5th installment in A Murder of Crows 5e RPG duets based on Land of Vampires by by Jonathan and Beth Ball. And it is now your first night actually in Stamairahod. You are in the village of Willowhold, and you have come to, basically you have found out that there is a plague, some sort of really bad illness, some form of corruption that has been seeping into the village, into the people. People are dying. People, it's like they're wasting away. They have very little energy. They've stopped feeding themselves. They have not harvested their fields. You have also come here with Brother Danuk, who's a brother of the light. He's here to preach hope against all odds and against the darkness. He is very advanced in years. He's over 80. And you've also met the town elder or town spokesperson, as it were, Alfwold Tam and his daughter Wellen. And Wellen has told you that she has found an item in the well, some kind of, I don't know, witchy token, some kind of totem. And she believes that this is sign of witches having come in and, as it were, poisoning the well. And she found it only very recently. This whole thing hasn't been going on for very long, just a couple of weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, but it has been taking hold really, really quickly. And she has asked you to go into the Witchwood to help find a cure for this, because she believes that it's been caused by witches, and if one were to maybe find them, one could get a cure. So you are now in the bedroom that has been assigned to you, and you can now take a long rest. The only question that I have is, do you want to set a watch?
No.
Which we can also... Okay, so you're going to take a long rest.
Yeah.
And you wake up in the morning. And pretty much at first light, what you have noticed is it's constantly quite dark. It's never really light. It's really almost like this twilight in winter. And it's not a pleasant place. It's quite cold. So you get up. What do?
I think we will pack our things, make sure we have at least a little bit of food and drink. And Lyra would have a last peek in at Wellen's house. Asking her if she could take this stick figure thingy that she showed, because this might give the witches the idea on what on earth was casted.
Okay, so you take the totem with you?
Yeah, if she lets us.
She's more than happy to part with it.
Okay. I would also explain to her why and what for.
Yeah.
And then we go into the woods.
And you go into the woods. So basically, you leave the village the way you came in. The cart that they've placed in front of the gate is moved aside for you, and you walk up the path, and you can now make an observation. Wrong system.
Perception.
A perception check.
Perception. Oh God! Again, I non-perception.
Oh yes, we are the least perceptive group of all.
Well, I rolled an 18, which is surprisingly good.
That's really good. So basically, as you are walking, two things you notice. It's always quite quiet, because now it's daytime. It seems like the wolves are not about. But you also hear something. It's like... It's...
Horses?
No, it's more like maybe sticks being beaten together or something like that.
Okay.
You follow with your eyes, and you actually see something that looks like really gruesome wind chimes. They look very much like your totem. Further away from the road, in the in the recesses of the woods to your left.
I will point that out to Min. Not creepy at all.
Okay, is that where you is that what you mean when you say sarcasm? Because I find it difficult to read you. This is you're not thinking that this is not creepy, because I find it terribly creepy.
It is horribly creepy, but it reminds me of this thing. She's holding out the totem.
Oh yeah, totally.
Is this like a stay out, don't get closer thingy? Hopefully so. But that looks like the direction we have to go.
I honestly don't know. This is kind of your culture.
No, it's not.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Not
it's
a
not
witch. I'm
No,
a
and this is
warlock.
not your
that
country,
is quite
but
different.
so actually, OT, you know that you are a warlock. This is
I think she does, yes.
okay. Then Min will say, "You're a what?"
Warlock.
Meaning, you're like a wizard.
No. I have powers given by someone quite strong and use them.
Oh, this guy,
Yep.
the one with the beard and the
Yep.
horns.
Yep.
Okay. So he gave you your powers. Can he take them away?
I suspect. Yes, I hope not.
All right.
I don't want to test it.
Warlock. That's a really weird word. Warlock. Do you?
I don't know who came up with that. Well, the guy who took care of me as a child and having me grow up in kind of slavery is a warlock too.
But you don't wage war, do you?
Maybe they did in the past. Maybe there the name came from. I'm not
Okay.
planning to do war, honestly. I don't like fighting.
If we ever get out of here, I want to go to that big city you were talking about and go to a library. I really want to know why you are called Warlock. Because you're so unwarlike. You're actually quite nice
Yes.
and sweet and unwarlike.
Yeah, I honestly like more the spells that do fun things.
Because Warlock actually sounds very dangerous and evil.
Well, I think I can be very dangerous and evil if I want to. Or I have to.
I mean, yeah, those wings
Right?
and those eyes,
I still have no idea how.
it looked very creepy.
Still not planning to use them again.
Good.
Especially the wings, they're useless. I can't fly with them, so...
Okay. Well, maybe at some point you will. Maybe this is, if it's new, maybe this is something, you know, birds, when they are first small, can't fly either.
Did they really look like bird feathers?
They looked a lot like crow feathers.
Oh boy. Then I definitely will not use that again. Because that is not from my master, I suspect.
Why? What would he have, like bat's wings?
Probably.
I don't know. I prefer bird's wings if it has to be wings.
Well, we know that crow are following me, and it's not from my master. It's from...
Well, he said it was from your mum.
Yeah, great. So, the creepy eyes and the wings are from her as well? Thank... No.
Well, I mean, I find this exciting. It must be so exciting if you don't know who your parents are to suddenly start meeting them, because I know who my parents are.
I'm not excited. I'm annoyed.
I know.
She
I
just
noticed.
should leave me alone. She didn't care for me for all my life, so why on earth now? And why should I care for her now? She abandoned me.
Well, maybe
I'm
we'll
done
find
with
out.
that. I hope not. I don't want to.
She pokes you in the ribs and says, "Come on, grumpy face."
Lyra looks over to the clinging wood thingies. She's very tempted to burn them.
Okay. So shall we just take these as a sign and follow?
Yeah. Tempted to burn them, but might make the witches angry.
I mean, the thing is, do they feel evil to you?
I will step a bit closer. And... no, she will not cast a spell. And she will just shrug her shoulders. I don't know.
Okay, because to me, I mean, to me they're just things.
I can try, but then I can't do anything else, and I'd
No,
rather be
it's
prepared
no,
to...
no, it's fine. I was just wondering if they feel evil to you, because to me they don't.
I suspect they will be at least kind of magical, maybe, not sure. Maybe also evil. I honestly, it's a warning for sure. It's not a, hey, welcome. That's not what it says.
Or maybe it's more like a sign.
I think it's a
We are
stay
here.
the hell out of here sign. Yes.
So, let's go. And
Yep.
you may now roll a d6 for me, please.
Oh god. Also, Kitty's in the backpack again.
Okay, yeah.
I totally forgot that we have her with us, and she's
Darling.
definitely... Darling is in a backpack with us, so we wouldn't leave her with the village because we don't know if we will return. The idea is that if we die, she returns. And it's a 4.
Okay. As you make your way through the mountain, through the mountain. What am I saying? Through the forest. Suddenly, a huge gust of wind picks up, and you are surrounded by the sound of these wind chimes. And you now need to make a wisdom save.
Oh dear. Wisdom save, so at least... Natural 20.
You both hear it, but you kind of are not really confused by it. You manage to filter out. It's like Dolby Surround. It's basically going round, but you filter out where it is, and you just keep following. And the only thing is, this forest is super dense, and it is really creepy. And if you hadn't even seen the ones near the road, this would probably have really caused a lot of emotional stress, because this is quite creepy. However, after a while, the twisted trees basically form a ring. It's a little bit of a clearing. It's not very big. And in the clearing, you see a wonderful verdant tree. Tall, straight, not gnarly at all, with green leaves. It doesn't look sickly at all. Do you want to make an Arcana check?
Yep. Oh, 21.
You can feel that this tree is super magical. It seems like it's drawing magic out of the ground of this land, and basically spreads this magic to the surrounding area. So it kind of forms like a little bit of a globe around itself. And basically at its perimeter is where the other trees stand.
Okay.
You now have an advantage on ability checks for the next day.
Ooh.
Plus, remember, you have an inspiration from last week.
Yeah. I mean, the tree is magical.
It is.
Yes.
She goes there. She holds her hand next to it. She puts her hand on it. I mean, and let's see. She cannot do Arcana, but she can do a nature check actually.
She can also do Arcana. Nature is not her thing.
Arcana isn't either. So it would have been the same roll, but
Yep.
okay, if you say so. She basically puts her ear to it and listens. I can't hear anything.
Well, you see the nice part here, the clearing kind of thing until there, the gnarly forest starts. This is how far the magic goes. And it's sent from the land. It pulls it from the land.
Wow.
Right. It's a pretty tree.
It is a very pretty tree. Well, I mean, this means that not everything is evil or dark in this woods. So this gives me some hope. Let's keep going.
While we walk through the little bit of clearing, tiny butterflies, little bit translucent, will flutter around. She will do minor illusion, so like a little bit of butterflies flying around.
Will you actually tell her that you're doing this?
No. Well, it's a question if she sees us. I would try to be sneaky, that she can't see me cast it. I'm not sure if she.
But she can.
would
But
see
she
it.
can see the butterflies. The idea
She
is
can
that
see the
sees them.
butterflies. I'm not sure if she would see me like whispering the words and making the hand sign, because I'm quite sure my illusion is. Oh, no verbal. Only.
Well, if it's verbal, then you can still just mutter, and then it would be a perception check if she even tries.
It's just.
She rolled a natural 1 on her perception.
Okay,
She
it's just
hears
hand
nothing.
motion, and I need to have a tiny bit of fleece with me, which I definitely have. So
essentially, she's like, "Oh, look! Did you see the butterflies? This is definitely a magical glade. We need to remember to come back here when we are on our way back. I would really like to sit some time here and just meditate. It feels
I would love
wholesome."
that. I'm not sure if we will be able to find it again. I would be surprised if we ever get out of the woods again.
I mean, has anyone ever told you that you are the most optimistic person that really lives?
See, you can
And
do
that's being
sarcastic
sarcastic.
quite well.
Yes. Let's go. So you keep going, and after a while, you can smell fire. What do you do?
Like a whole
More like a
forest
campfire.
on fire, or more campfire fire?
It's coal. Somebody's burning coal.
Okay. We slowly move on. Trying to find basically the place where the fire is.
I'm gonna do a perception check. You can do as well if you like. Oh God, it's not her day today.
Oh, wait. Let me see. Not persuasion. That's not helpful. 18. Roll 20. You scare me. Please don't stop rolling this good.
And basically after you keep looking, and you also listen, and you can hear faint voices that are chanting
Oh God.
from the same direction that you can smell the coal fire from.
I think we found them. Can you hear the chanting?
She listens. Very vaguely.
This direction.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's going to try and sneak. What could possibly go wrong?
before we sneak, I would cast mage armor on me for the next 8 hours just to have it out and up. So let me see again. What armor am I wearing? Studded leather armor. I should have the 16 now. Oh, I hate the spell so much because I always need to remember to put it in and put it out of the armor class.
Yeah.
Let me count. That would be a 15. Okay.
Okay.
So mage armor is just 13 plus dex. Okay. And then we move on. You stealth. Okay. Let's try.
Okay.
Wait. I wanna sneak as well.
You have advantage because that's an ability check.
Oh, and it's a 13.
Okay, so the two of you keep sneaking, and after a while, you actually reach another glade, which looks a lot, which is huge, and in the center of it is something that looks a lot like maybe an altar or something, and before this is a one of those metal crates where you can build a fire in. So that it doesn't spread. It's quite big, and around it you can see 3 women, and they're clearly women. They look like human women, and they are chanting, and they are tossing herbs into this fire, and now you can also smell it. So it's not just fire, but now whatever they threw in there, suddenly the flames shoot up and you smell herbs being burnt. What do?
At least Lyra would like to watch them for a while to see what they are doing.
Okay. As you watch, it seems like maybe they're praying, or you're a spellcaster. Maybe they are preparing a spell. I'm not sure if you know a lot about how witches cast their spells, but it could be that they're preparing some kind of ritual. But they are very focused. You're pretty sure that they haven't noticed you.
Well, based on the stories, they will sacrifice something to make magic. Which they are not. So...
Something. Define something. They are throwing herbs into the fire.
No,
is that a sacrifice?
Usually it's alive. Might also
Excuse
be that
me?
the books that I read are quite gruesome. Not sure. I have no idea how the witches that sell stuff at our store do it. They never say. But they don't look gruesome.
Actually, they you would say that they are different ages, so anywhere between, the youngest is probably around 20, the oldest one maybe in her early 50s. They wear normal clothes, skirts. There is nothing, it's not like they've got wild hair or dead skulls hanging from their belts. They seem to be, if you didn't know, they could totally live in Homlet and sell stuff. They look like merchants.
How close can we get to them without being seen? Or in danger of being seen?
I would say what you could do is, if you were to walk around to get to the top of the clearing, so basically the other side, you would be a lot closer to them because they are at the far end of the clearing. And you could stealth your way around.
Let's try that. Stealth again?
Yep. Okay. Let's see what their passive perception is. I know how this works now. Yay.
12 is not good.
Yeah, but don't forget, they are actually...
Depends on how their wisdom is. Perception is wisdom, right? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. They do notice you.
That's not good.
They look up and they see you. They don't see Min, but they see you. Or I would rather say that they actually hear you.
Okay.
And they say, "Who's there?"
Minor illusion, a little bunny jumps out from where we are and hops away into the next bush and disappears again.
Okay. They
can, if they want to see, they can... They can do an investigation check if they suspect.
They actually
anything.
don't, because they just say, "Oh, bra rabbit, have a nice day," and they go back to chanting.
They seem nice, man. Should we just say hello?
Well, I mean, I don't mind. I mean, it is you who was telling me all last evening how evil they were and how we were going to die and how we shouldn't engage, because it would be better to face this vampire than face these three. But to be quite frank, the vampire we saw had killed people and had been bleeding two of his brethren to death, or making them even more dead than they were. These three so far have only been burning herbs.
And killing people in a village.
I'm not sure, because she said that there was a corruption and she believed that they were doing this, but maybe there's more than 3 witches.
Let's see. Should just one of us know? That would be lying to them.
There's actually 3. Shh! She turns to herself. Stop
to
talking.
be honest, we have
Shirai.
4. Shirai can't be heard. She can talk without problems. We can't hear her, but we have a little one with us, so technically then we have 4.
Yes, and there's only 3 of them. Hey, Shirai, I told you to be quiet.
One day I would like to talk to her, but hey.
Well, you can always talk to her. She will hear you. She will also answer.
Yeah, but I will not hear the answer.
Actually, she is talking out loud when Shirai is speaking. It's like she is having a conversation with herself. It is actually quite...
Okay.
It is quite off-putting.
Okay, good.
It's not like she's doing this and this, but she is not in control of herself when Shirai wants to talk.
Well, then let's behave, be quiet, be nice and friendly. And let's just walk up to them and pray. Not sure to whom, but... And Lyra will just stand up, take a step and be like, "Hi, sorry, excuse me."
3 pairs of eyes look at you. Min is actually right by your side, so she doesn't lag behind. She's right there with you. And
Lyra will smile and will do a little awkward wave. Sorry to disturb you.
Okay, so let's
We can wait if you need more time.
Perception is always wisdom-based, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, perception is wisdom-based. Lyra will have again that butterflies fly around us.
Okay, first one.
Butterflies.
Second one. Oh, they have very high perception. Okay, the last one is basically... So, 2 of them, you notice, react to you very oddly. Because they look at you. They bow their heads and kneel. The other one is basically, the three of them are behind this fireplace. One is standing in the middle and she's got all of the smoke in her eyes, so she can't see you clearly.
Yeah.
But the other two look at you and bow their heads and kneel. And the third one is looking at them and she's like, sisters, what's going on? And she says, I'm not sure, but she's here. And pulls at her sleeve and says, kneel. And she's like, she's completely confused, but she also kneels.
Lyra will turn around and look whatever is behind us. Like, who are they kneeling to, Min? Excuse me. We are not seeing what?
Possibly you.
I'm just. Excuse me. There's a misunderstanding for sure.
At that moment, a crow's feather plummets from the sky very slowly and falls down to the ground.
It will go in. No, it will. As soon as I can see it, it will turn into flames, and she will just look up and be like, "Leave me alone, like you have always done. Thank you." And I will take a few steps towards to the witch. You are mistaking us for I don't know whom. We are just here to ask if you might be able to help us.
The three basically get up and one of them says, Calliope. It can't be her. She's way too young.
Well, I am 22 years old.
22 years?
Yes. We just arrived here. We still have no clue where we are. We are not from here. We followed a vampire through a portal. It's a difficult. That's not why we're here. We
did what? No. That sounds exactly that this is why you're here.
We're actually here to talk to you because you know through the forest, quite a while through it, there's a village and well, something is killing the people there through the water, and we found this here, and I will pull out the totem, the stick figure, and it kind of looked like the things that we found in the forest that tried to scare us off and did not work. So the question is, are you the ones trying to kill the villagers? Or do you have any ideas how we can help the villagers to clean up the water again?
Well, first of all, why would we kill the villagers? We are trying to cleanse this land, and we have been without Our Lady and the Sisters Four in general. This is very difficult work.
Well, the villagers suspected you be the one cursing them.
Do they now?
Well, they don't know what you are doing. So they send us to ask and to talk to you guys.
We haven't been in the village since the war.
But is that a thing that would come from you? Or maybe there are other witches, not sure. Because this has been used to do magic. I can't really say what kind of magic, but...
Well, yes, it looks like something that we would use, but no witch would ever attack a human. That's not what we do. We are here to heal. And without the Sisters Four, it's all we can try to... You really don't know anything about this, do you?
We are here like a little bit more than 24 hours.
But I mean, how can she not know? Because I totally see what you mean. She looks exactly like her, only a lot younger. I mean, she did have a child. About more than... I mean, just before the war.
If you're looking for her, she's somewhere up there. She's throwing crow feathers around to be impressive. I don't know her. but she's there.
But that's good news. Maybe she's also waking up. I mean, it's one thing that Drygo is waking up. That's terrible. But you really don't know.
Who is Draco?
Drygo is, well, maybe you should just sit down and we will explain a couple of things to you, considering that you don't seem to know who your mother is.
Then let's start. I'm Lyra.
She puts out her hand. I'm Calliope Stone. This is Anther Shade.
What?
And
Anther Shade. Calliope Stone, was it, right?
Yeah, and the last one is called Ira Crane. That's the eldest of the three.
And this is my friend Min, and don't be disturbed if my backpack is moving. We have a little kitten with us. Darling didn't want to have us leave without her. Would it be okay if I let her out?
Of course.
Okay. So Lyra would walk over to, or is standing in front of them. So she would put the backpack down. She would open it up. She would give ear scritches and be like, if you want to run around, stay in the pretty circle. You know.
She runs around, but she does get out and she starts looking around. She starts sniffing the air. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you.
All right. Lyra,
not sure what Min would say, but Lyra definitely.
Min says, maybe hot water. I've got my own. And they
it's
offer
very
her
good
hot water.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically makes herself some chai, and she offers you some chai, and she offers everybody some chai, and they really like it.
I will take a chai.
Mm-hmm. And she says, well, so basically it is Ira who's speaking. Well, this land has been ruled by a vampire for a very, very long time, and he's been making war on this land.
Is because that this Drygo that you're talking about?
Indeed.
He's stuck here, as far as we understood from the villagers. He can't leave, right?
No one can.
Except when there's a second strong vampire coming for help.
Well, I mean, the thing is also, we were under the impression that nobody could come here. The fact that you are here and from outside means you must have come here somehow. But that's something we will get to.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, the Sisters 4 are the Fae. The 4 Fae that invigorate this land. Their leader is Arduenna, and she led the Fae and an alliance of humans, mainly humans. There were some elves to fight him, and they fought each other to a stalemate. Nobody won, but Drygo was subdued. But so was Arduenna and her sisters. So while for 20 years he has not been ravaging these lands, his creatures have. I mean, there are werewolves and other dark creatures, but none are as terrible as him. However, for the last couple of moons, we've noticed that things have been changing. A dark corruption has been growing in the east, which is incidentally where he used to live, and possibly, well, live, if you can call it living, and where he has been imprisoned. And it's all we can try. We are trying to waken the 4 sisters. We've been trying for the last 20 years, but it's not been working. However, you show up. From the outside. You've made your way here. And you look just like her. You would be the right age.
Well, we are from another land. We have still the job to follow a vampire from our side of the land to find out what he's up to. And we followed him through a portal here. We suspect he's heading for the east to find your vampire, possibly helping him. Maybe, not sure.
How did he open the portal?
A lot of blood sacrifice. 3 people had to die for it. At least, I'm not sure what he did before that, but in front of us definitely 3 people died by letting all their blood flow on the floor and into the portal. So I would say blood magic, which is quite obvious what vampires probably do.
Why would he come here, though?
Maybe
Do you think he can go back?
Grego is his best buddy and he wants to help them, one vampire for the other.
That is a possibility, but then I shudder at the thought what the 2 of them could achieve together.
Well, he killed a lot of people in our lands.
And Drygo has basically decimated these lands.
And our vampire as well, kind of... Well, nature around his castle is not the healthiest.
Like this, and she spreads out her arms.
Kind of. Is this a vampire thing, to just kill everything around them, be it nature or people?
I don't think so. I think this looks like it does because the Sisters 4 are bound. They need to be released.
You say they have been bound for over 20 years.
Well, for 20 years, when the war ended.
I will pick up a stone and will just throw it. Angrily. No, annoyed. Not angry. Annoyed. And you say they're still locked up.
Yeah, the problem is we don't know where. And I'm not sure if locked up is the right word. You see, well, I mean, one of them looks a lot like you, and they have human form, but they can also just be the land.
Well,
They are
can
Fae.
travel for sure, because crow feather throwing being was the first time around back home in our lands.
Her name is Aduena. She's the mother of crows.
So she definitely showed up in our lands, in my little village. No, not mine. In the village I live in. It's not mine. I'm just part of the village. So she seems to be strong enough to travel through planes, universes, lands. Not sure. Still not sure if we are still in the same as you are.
Well, I only know this. We only know this place. We know of no other. It's a surprise.
Well, we never heard of your place, but honestly, I haven't traveled far, so I have no idea what is out there. I never really was interested in anything farther than where I live. Do you know of... No, you will not. You have no idea where they are stored away, those 4.
Believe me, if we knew, we would have tried to bring them back.
She would just look up and be like, now is the time to show up, maybe? If you're really here, I promise I will not burn feathers again.
Okay, several feathers plummet from the sky, very slowly. Like,
I will just them out of my face.
I think
She
that's a
seems to
sign.
be around.
I can't believe that I'm talking to you.
I still have no idea. How and what. And I'm still skeptical. But, oh. Before we... Do you know anything on how we can help the village people? They are dying.
Well, I mean, can I see that totem that you have there?
Sure. I will hand it out carefully to her.
Well, as you said rightly, this has been used for magic. Like you, I can't tell what was done, but if you say you found it in a well, most likely somebody brought about a corruption spell.
But that would mean there is someone out there who knows magic like that. Do you know of other witches that might be more on the vampire side? Oh, wizards?
Honestly, I don't think that any wizard or any witch would ally themselves with him. He has no time for us. He would probably, I mean, he has been known to kill us because he believes that he could, you see, he's a vampire, but what he wants is he wants to bring his son back and his wife who died. That's why he became a vampire to begin with. And he has been known to kill witches and possibly wizards because he wants our magic, but that's not how this works. You can drink the blood of a witch, but you won't become a witch. I mean, having said this, maybe somebody is trying to prove to him that they could be valuable. And how better to show that you are evil by performing evil deeds?
The question is, do you have any idea how we can help and clean the water again? Because I know a bit of magic, but my magic is not for that.
Well, we can clean the water, but I think you need to find the source of the corruption. Somebody did this. It's not the... Because, as you can see, nature is dying. But nature doesn't start poisoning people.
We actually wanted to go eastwards. Because we suspect our vampire is going that way. He did not cross the village. That was the first idea that we had, that he's the one. Doesn't seem like it.
Well, I mean, you can, of course, travel through the woods and go east. If he went east and if he really walks like a human being, maybe he can fly, I don't know, then he would have gone through the woods as well. But he wouldn't have come this way because we're on the west side. But I mean, the question is, I suppose there is the Brotherhood of Light. They are healers. Because I mean,
Yeah, we
cleaning the water.
One of them.
Cleaning the water is one thing, but I'm not sure if clean water will stop the disease.
No, but it will not make it worse, because there are still
I
that
agree.
are not sick.
I agree, so we could clean the water. But
That would
maybe
be lovely if you could, because one of the Brotherhood of Light is there. Maybe he can call for more help.
Well, he would have to go north. It's about 5 days travel.
Based on directions, he came from north when we met him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so he basically, you were going north, which is where you encountered the werewolves. Then you turned around and went south. You
Yep.
met him at the bridge. You went further south. So, and now you're basically a little bit northwest of the village that you were in.
Okay. It would be lovely if you could help. Maybe they have then the chance to heal people, because normal healing is not helping. You need to have something else. I tried to heal one of them and, well, it made them feel better for a few minutes, but that's it.
All right, so how about this? We take care of the water and we will make sure it's clean. And you try to find a healer. I mean, it won't be difficult. You just have to tell them that their help is needed.
But then we go north. She will look over to Min. We are losing time. I don't know what will happen if the two vampires meet. We are already at least 2 days behind now.
Yeah, the point is we are not... I mean, the thing is, I agree. I mean, we could just basically cross the road and go go east until we find something. How far is it? Oh, it's a good bit away. I mean, between here and the place where his castle is, there is the woods, and there are also a couple of cities. This land is not devoid of people.
So there are cities that are even closer to him.
Oh, yes.
And his strength is already here. I don't even want to imagine how the other cities are looking. He's literally killing the whole land.
Yes, because the Sisters Four are incapable of
Why would
acting.
a vampire kill all the people? It's their food. You don't kill your food.
Well, I would say that this is I'm not sure if you can say that he is causing the corruption. I actually don't think so. The corruption is caused by the absence of the guardians of the land and his returning power. Because he's stirring. We can feel it. But if you do go east, you will first come to the town of Barasov. And then you will have to find a way to cross the sea to get to Castle Cadogan. That's where he lives. Well, is undead. And that's where he is imprisoned.
Lara will look up again. You will not be happy about that, but I think we will rather first of all help the people. Please don't take my powers. Thank you.
And she looks at you, she's like, are you talking to your mother?
No. God knows, no. I'm still not sure if she's... Maybe she just thinks she's my mother? I don't have a mother. Well, physically, maybe. But I don't know.
She thinks she's your mother, which is why she created you in her own image.
Maybe she just thought I looked quite like her and she picked me out in our village. I don't know. Again, I don't have a mother. I grew up without parents. So, but the people need help.
They do.
And if it costs all my powers, then I can still walk and talk to people.
The question is, who poisoned the well?
I don't know.
Make an intelligence check.
God. Blank intelligence?
Yeah.
4.
21. No,
Oh, 21,
you have...
yeah, with the advantage.
There is one thing that you did notice when you cast your mind back, because there was a lot to take in. There is one person in the village who seemed to be completely unaffected and who was also the only one that had any energy left, wasn't coughing all the time, and looked quite well nourished.
But she took care of her father. She would not kill him. Lyra would definitely not point on the girl that keeps it together, living on beer.
Who keeps it together living on beer? Yeah. Beer has a lot of calories. It can get you through times.
Yep.
Yep. So then, it's a deal. We will wait till nightfall, and then we will make our way to the village.
Why do we have till nightfall?
We will not go into the village like this, and she points at herself. If they think that witches did this, do you really think that they would be happy to see us walk in?
I'm not sure if they would recognize you as witches. Also, we were sent out to get help from you. If we are with you and tell you that you are there to help and you are not the one that caused this, it should be fine. We could also go ahead and warn them that they are not scared when you show up.
Make a persuasion check.
19. That's the best stat. Literally. Charisma, saving throws, and persuasion rolls.
Okay, is that normal for a warlock? Is that like how they
No,
act?
but a merchant.
No. Oh, of course.
I want to sell things. I can be very persuasive if I want to. And I can be very charismatic if I want to.
Okay, let's see, because they really need to know if this is...
And warlocks are usually very charismatic because they need the charisma for the magic.
And the three look at each other, and you have a feeling that there's a quiet conversation going on, and then
They will not touch you. We will stand between
Ira
you
says,
and them.
she's the daughter. Her mother wouldn't send someone to endanger us. I'm with her. We will go there openly.
And if they do something weird and don't want to help, we will turn around and leave. Then that's their own fault.
All right, but you speak to them.
Yes.
All right, then let's go. One of them waves her hand, and a lot of water suddenly materializes and douses the flames.
I will call for Darling to get back in the backpack.
Mm-hmm. Darling hops over. She has been basically sniffing the flowers, of which there are several on this glade. And
I would give her a little bit of food, something that she would eat as well, and then carefully put the backpack back on my back. Backpack on my back. Holy moly, who had the idea? Well, I know why it's a backpack, but it's...
I prefer to call it rucksack. That's just because backpack
Yeah.
on my back. And basically then the 5 of you, 6 of you, 7 if we count Shaddai, make your way back to the village of Willowhold.
But while we walk, the trees, the
Yes.
one that we met, and there's another one that we crossed before. They are not affected by him.
Well, they are where the magic is strongest, the magic of the land.
That is the magic the Fae were using as well.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yes. So you could feel it?
Yes. Well, you can see it even, because, well, the pretty clearings. No gnarly...
Well, she's the daughter, all right.
I'm just perceptive, that's all.
Mina's like, you're so not perceptive.
Sometimes I am.
Yeah. Really. And you make your way back, so it's gonna take you just as much time. You're not much quicker at all, but they kind of basically strike a straighter path.
Okay, while we walk, just a curious question. The wind chimey, scary thingies, that is from you to keep the people out, isn't it?
No, it's not to keep the people out. It just says, we're here. If you need help, come.
You know it's scary as hell, right? Nobody in their right mind would come. It's not inviting, it's...
They are lucky charms, if you pick one.
Oh, it
and
feels
keep it
very
with you.
creepy.
She laughs. She says, we've had those for literally hundreds of years.
It almost made us turn around in the middle of the wood.
But you didn't.
No. But still, you will not invite anyone of clear mind. They will all stay away as soon as they
Maybe we
see
want the
that
ones
and hear
that are
that.
not of clear mind to help them.
Well, you... 1, 2, not clear-minded. 3, 4. And
When
then
you hear the
Lara
not
will just
clear-minded,
move on.
Min nods very, very... Yes, well, you know, I've got this problem. Maybe you can help me with it. I'm supposed to be able to read minds, but I can't. Reading minds is a very rare thing, and...
Her whole
not
family
very
can
many-
do it.
Really? How? Well, we can all do it. I mean, and then she basically tells him about being Kalashtar and everything, and that she's the odd one out. Is that so? And you have, like, someone else in there with you? Do they ever come out? I mean, does she have
Well,
a
they
body?
talk a
Can she
lot.
manifest? Shh!
Sorry, Shirai.
That's odd. I don't think I've ever met anyone like you.
I think no one did.
And so basically you make your way and you come to the village. And there's basically, do you want to prepare anything? Do you want to prepare a speech? Do you want to prepare some minor illusion? What are you going to do? How are you going to pull this off?
I think I would ask Min if she would stay a little bit back with the 3 witches. Let me go first and warn them.
All right.
And if they do any shady thingies, look at the sky. If there's kind of fireworks or whatever.
Okay, I see you're going to do
It's a warning. It's a warning sign, not an invite. If you see butterflies, it's the invite, yeah?
All right. We'll wait. Good luck.
I will hand her the backpack with the kitten. Take care of
Meow.
darling. Be a good girl. And Lyra will march towards the village.
You get to the cart. They recognize who you are. They push it aside. You walk in.
When I'm at the cart, I would ask do you know who Wellen is?
She's in the village hall.
Okay, thank you. And I would go for the village hall.
You go to the village hall. She's standing there talking to someone who looks like he's gonna fall over dead any minute. She does see you and she's like, I've got terrible news for you. Brother Danuk, the monk, he's dead.
Oh, his brothers will not like that when they hear it.
And where's your friend? And have you found a cure?
Well, we have people with us that are able to clean the water They cannot heal the people.
People? You've got people with you that can clear the water?
The
Who?
question is, will you let them help? Because it's the witches. They did not create this. But I will not
Come again?
bring them in here when you will harm them.
How do you know?
We talk to them.
You talk to them. And you believe what they say?
I believe them just as much as I believe you. Can I do an insight check on her?
Please do.
Why is insight a wisdom thing? I hate this.
Natural 20.
Thank goodness for the tree and the magic.
Okay.
Is she getting like squeezy?
Yeah.
I do have the feeling you know something.
What do you mean? What do I know?
Why are you afraid of them? Why did you even think it was them? And don't tell me the totem figure.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What are you saying? I mean, this is my village. These are my people. My father is the spokesman of this. He is the elder.
I believe that. Question again. Do you want their help? Will you let them do the work to clean up the water?
They are the ones who did this in the first
They
place.
did not. You ask for help. I have help. If you don't want it, we will leave. I vouch for the witches. They are not the one doing this. I don't know who did. Not them.
Make a persuasion check.
$18.
Okay.
Oh. Let me read it in peace and quiet before I do something that will be bad for us. Oh.
I'll be right back while you're reading.
Yeah, sorry, I still need
No, it's
to memorize the spells that she has. Okay. Also, for everyone watching, I'm reading through the spell of suggestion. And I think Lyra will use it. Let's see how it will end up. Because she's still squishy and her spell saves are not the highest. A sentence or two.
So you're going to cast suggestion. Then please cast suggestion
Yes.
and tell me what Wellen needs to do.
Well, first of all, Lyra would look at her. You should really let them help and then let them leave unharmed. And we'll cast suggestion. She needs to be within 30 feet. She needs to understand me.
She does.
It's a concentration spell. It ends as soon as we harm her. And and I can't use anything like jump off the bridge and kill yourself or something like that. And she needs to make I know it's a save. The question is what kind of save?
Possibly wisdom?
Wisdom save, yeah. And if she can't be charmed because she's fey, then it would not work because it's a charming spell.
So what's the spell DC?
Sadly, only a 13 because I'm a squishy warlock.
She passes with a 14.
So that will not stick to her. There's no description that she realizes that I casted that spell. As far as I read it here, it just doesn't work.
Okay. Do you want to use the inspiration and make her roll with disadvantage?
No.
Well then, I mean, honestly, I thought you were on our side.
I am. It just doesn't seem that you're on the side of the village. You want help. We have help. Why are you saying no to that?
All right then, bring them in.
Are you promising nothing will happen to them?
What should happen? Have you looked at these people? They can hardly lift a finger. And
Well, you can still lift a finger.
What are you insinuating?
That you are a strong woman that can kill anyone on spot if you want to.
But if they're witches, what chance do I stand?
Promise.
I promise.
Or rather, swear on your father's life.
Oh.
I swear on my mother's life that I'm not lying. And I will hold out the hand.
Then she shakes it. I swear on my father's life that I will not harm them. Not that I could.
Is he still alive, is the first question. I hope he's still doing okay-ish.
Are you saying this?
Yeah.
Well, no, he's not well, but the last time I checked, he was still alive. But I don't think he's a lot longer for this world.
Then I'll get our friends and let's clean up the water. And then we will go north to get more of the brothers, that they can start healing the people.
So, okay, so how do you do this now? You cast...
Lyra would go out. She would walk towards the cart, basically, where she entered the village. And she would start, like, at least 30 feet high, have butterflies flapping around. And then she would call for the people behind the cart, be like, friends are coming to help. Please let them through. It's agreed with Valen. Valen.
He moves the cart, and you can see them. You can see them coming towards you. They are actually walking quite quickly, and they arrive, and they say,
"Still
all
be
right.
careful. If anything happens, yell."
All right. Where will you be?
I will stick around close to you.
All right. So the three of you, so the 7 of you go to the well.
Well, yeah. Also, the two behind the cart are also not looking
sick.
Fit or well, right?
They look really sick. Yeah.
I think. Let me see. As an action, I can touch. Okay, I can only use it once. No, then I will not use it. Forget it. Yeah, we will go towards the well.
So they go to the. You go to the well. They basically lower the bucket. Draw some water, and basically all of them look at the water. They all stick their fingers in it and taste it.
Be careful.
They smile at you. We are.
Thank you.
But thank you for your care. And they look at each other, and then they basically hold hands and close their eyes. And then they say to you very quietly, "This is very evil magic. whoever did this is not to be trifled with. We can break the spell, but we need to make sure that it's not cast again. And the three of them then obviously start casting a spell. And it takes them a good while. I want to say 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
And you can tell that they...
anywhere to be seen, because we would let them... Well, if they need help, they can ask, but if not, Lyra would rather scan basically outwards and see if any villager does anything, or if we can see Wellen.
Well, you can... I mean, the villagers are really even sicker than they were yesterday. They are definitely losing more and more of their life energy. Wellen is there. She's eyeing you. And you can also see somebody pulling a cart, and Brother Danok is lying on it. It's like a wheelbarrow more, so they're pushing it. It's not like a cart that they're pulling, it's a wheelbarrow. So they're basically, you know how I told you about those shadow graves? Yeah. They're taking him to this grave field.
Min, can you stick around? And Lyra would run over to them, be like, stop, stop, stop.
To whom? To the people pushing the wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. What is it? He's dead. We need to bury him.
We will bring him to his brothers, north. Please just wrap him and leave him on the cart. We will leave later today. He should be with his people.
All right. We will wrap him.
Thank you.
Basically, and then do you go back, or what do you do?
Well, I will go back. I would just suspect they do what I'm asking them for.
They're done with the spell, and they say that the well has been cleansed. Let's just hope that nobody's trying to do this again. We cannot put a spell on it that keeps it clean. If somebody were to do this again, it'll be cursed again. I really don't know who did this, though, because, I mean, this is the kind of magic that we wouldn't even dream of using. Also, you cannot perform this without sacrificing someone.
Well, sacrifice like killing or using?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm not sure if the killing started before this started or how it was. Would it be suspicious for you if only one in the village is still healthy and alive? As a single one sticking out?
I would find that very suspicious, because look around. I can see death in these people's eyes. If somebody has been here, let's say, I mean, you two look fine, but you've only been here a day.
Would you, if someone would stand in front of you that has this evil magic, would you be able to feel it?
Yes, we could sense it, yes. We could cast a spell.
Okay. Then maybe we walk together up to the city hall and just tell Wellen that everything is done, because she's the one still standing.
All right.
I'm curious, because I'm really curious why she's not here.
All right, then let's go.
Okay, we walk over to the town hall. Village hall, rather.
Yeah.
Be like, Wellen,
Wellen turns to you, and you can tell she's not happy to see you. She's not feeling it.
We're here for
Yes.
payment. The water is cleaned. You should make sure no one can tamper with the water again.
All right.
Also, we will take brother Danuk. We will take his body to his brothers up north. So keep a little bit of the money. We will take a card of yours to transport him.
All right. And she gives you the money.
I will hand it over to Min.
Min takes it and puts it away. All right.
So it should be safe to drink the water. When again did all of this start? May I just ask again? Remind me.
I don't know, a couple of weeks. But obviously, I don't know when somebody came in and... I mean, a couple of weeks ago, somebody must come in to poison the well. Well, to poison the well.
Can I use No, I will use lucky. Selling it directly. And let's is it just for advantage for me? Let me see. Advantage or disadvantage on attacks. Okay. I don't need lucky then, because I have advantage no, it's a spell. No, lucky does not help anymore. It doesn't give disadvantage to others. I will try suggestion again. And I would say to her basically it would be now to come clean.
Okay. So she gets to do this save again, right?
Yes. And if she's rolling above 13 again, I would use my inspiration to give her, or I use it now to give disadvantage at least.
No, what we're going to do is you can do it after the fact, because lucky is so useless in this new version that... but no need. She rolls an 11.
Okay.
That's not a 13.
So I put the text in roll 20 as well, just that you can read it. So it would compel her to be honest.
Okay, so it's like a zone of truth spell.
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
But it's not, it's on the person and it travels with them. I only have to see them when I curse them kind of, and then they have to do it within the next, I think, 8 hours. I think the example at the end is quite nice. You can tell someone that if you meet a beggar, give them your horse, and it could be within the next 8 hours. If you don't pass a beggar after 8 hours, you don't think you have to give your horse away, but for 8 hours, the first beggar you will meet, without thinking, you will be the Good Samaritan giving away your best horse.
Okay, very nice, very nice. All right, so she... Okay, this is almost like pressing the Bond villain to come clean, and then they launch into this villain monologue, telling you how they are going to win the world. Yeah, it's interesting. She looks at you and she says, "Who are you to threaten me?" And now I've always wanted to do this. Let's see how this works.
I'm so tempted to just Eldritch blast her face.
Let's see if this works, because she has a very interesting spell.
Oh god. Because I'm out of spells, I only have cantrips left.
Okay, the point is, if I say I need to touch a willing creature, I can touch myself, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And there is nothing you can do about it. She
Probably
basically crosses her hands like so over her chest, and she turns into a mist.
Then it might be interesting.
So, out of character, she casts gaseous form.
Ghastly. I'm not sure on that. I think it would work. Lyra
Go ahead.
will use the ring. She hasn't used it so far. The ram's ring.
Yes.
She will use... She can use an action to spend one of the charges on a creature. I can still see her.
Yes.
Within 60 feet. And it's a spectral ram's head. And it's force damage. Force will move also air. So I suspect... I'm not sure if it's resistant to force, but she will try it.
I like this. Okay, so what happens is you use this, and you are expecting to see a ram's head. However, you see the head of a beautiful green adult dragon, namely Petunia's mum.
Go, girl!
And the dragon...
I need to make an attack roll. That's at least... So I roll a d20 and it will be +7.
Okay. Do you want to use your inspiration?
Yes. Holy mother of...
God,
Well,
so that's 14.
It's a 14.
And how does that work now? Because she simply has her... let me just check if she has any
Is the question-
specialty with regard to...
Well, it would be against her AC. I'm not sure if she has an AC as a gaseous form.
She only has immunity to prone condition, which makes sense because she's now
clearly
flying. It can hover. She's very slow. She has a flying speed of 10. Does she have to make a save, or is she just...
No,
is it like an attack?
It's basically a ranged attack.
Okay, then let's check, because her... Then it's just against her armor class, correct?
This is a good
Yeah,
one.
well,
I've
it has
never
to be.
used as a gaseous... D&D gaseous form. Ranged attack. Just curious. Is a gaseous form flammable? That's also a good idea. Can you cast gaseous form? Yes, you can. I don't have to.
No, I say you hit her. Because, I mean, why would she have less? It's a little bit like when you turn into a swarm, you still have... If she turned into an animal, she would get its stats, but she's herself. She's not immune to damage.
The target has resistance to non-magical damage.
Yeah, but this is magical damage, and like so much magical damage.
That's true. No, it's not magical. It's just force damage.
Okay, but
It's
she
created by magic, but it's...
Okay.
Resistance means it would be halved, so she would take
but-
damage, but it would be
But
halved.
you say it's force, and I'm reading this from the 2024 version because I've got the...
I have
And it says-
the 2014 version of...
The target has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, not force. And
Which
she's
makes
immune.
sense that if you try with a sword to go through gaseous form,
Yeah.
it would be not really helpful, but force is like,
Because force can also mean it disperses her.
yeah, or it's like a storm basically in
Yeah.
the face that
Absolutely.
it would not.
So
okay.
she just. So how do you do damage, or because she
I
basically.
roll damage, so it's 2d10. Let's roll
Whoa.
2d10. 13
Okay.
force damage, and she's pushed back 5 feet.
Okay, now the thing is, she needs to check if she can maintain concentration. Because
Yes.
she's taken damage.
Yeah.
And she rolled a natural 20. So she
Okay.
keeps up, but she does take, how much did you say? 13.
Yeah.
Okay, that hurt.
The question
and
is,
now
do we now have initiative?
we do have initiative.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry that the witches are here as well. If you need help for any rolls or anything, let me know.
interestingly enough, they are simply called witches. They have really weird stats. Yeah. One of them is a two of them are priests. They have priest stats, so cleric stats, and one of them is a druid. So they're just called witches, but OT,
Which honestly
aren't.
both kind of fits to how they explained on what they are doing. It would be like a druid cleric
yeah.
mixed thing.
So basically, okay. Now the thing is, let's do initiative. How does that work again? It's
Dex.
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 So she just rolls her dex.
Except she has any bonuses explicitly on initiative. Usually people don't have, except they have any magical item or so that gives them a plus something.
So she has well in the gaseous form. Well in the gaseous has an initiative of 8.
Yep.
What do you have?
14.
Okay. And let's see what Min gets, because I need my own. Initiative. Beep, boop. Oh, I get a 10. So first it's. So basically, you took your turn, she took her turn. So now we're in initiative order. So it's you again.
Another ram's head in the face. So let's see this time, and I will use lucky to have advantage on the attack. So I will do a 20 and a 20 just twice. Well, the second one, thank goodness I don't have to take. So it's a 15
You
with
hit.
yes, I will definitely. And then it's 2d10. Okay.
Oh.
18.
Yeah, that's
Why
it.
am I not rolling the stats I have in my character sheet? So 18 force damage, pushed back again 5 feet.
She's dead. She had 17 left. So
Okay.
I would say that what happens is, if she is dead, she cannot maintain concentration. So I say she morphs back into Wellen form.
Well, she would be unconscious, right? She's not dead. She's unconscious.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course, she's unconscious.
technically.
Yeah. So she has to make a death save. How does that work? You roll a d20 and you have to hit a 10, right?
Yeah. 10 or above is success, or below is failure.
That was a 6.
I would walk over. I think we said we have rope with us, right? Because we have our
You do.
traveling packs. I would tie her up, especially the hands. Probably put like a handkerchief in her mouth, and would lay my hand on her, and she would get roll a number of d4s equal to your proficient, or 2d4. Let's see, 2d4. 5 hit
Okay.
points back.
Okay, so she's back up with 5 hit points. She
But she's-
opens her eyes.
She's bound and she can't talk.
She's bound, she's gagged, she can't talk, and she's looking at you menacingly.
So, let's take you with us. And now I'm curious if your father is able to talk. Looking at the witches, you cannot heal, or do you have like giving someone a little bit of feeling better?
Let me just check. Da, 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 ba, ba, ba.
With the healer's kit. No, it's for stabilizing, isn't it? I always forget what the freaking healer's kit does. Healer's kit D&D.
This is actually a little bit better in the new version.
Healer's kit D&D 2024. Let's see. D&D Beyond. So, healer's kit 10, you can expand to stabilize unconscious.
Without having to do a wisdom check.
Okay, then it's definitely not useful for what I'm thinking. Okay. So it's a question if they can do healing, because
They can.
can't.
They
Okay.
can. They have healing word.
Let's go to her father. Maybe he needs a little bit of supporting energy, and let's see what he says about his daughter.
So you
If
go
she
to
is
him.
his daughter. Yeah, and I would pull her with us, basically.
So basically, you go there. He is lying in his bed, and he looks even worse than he did yesterday. There is blood on the sheets where he has been coughing. The thing is, healing word gives back
Hit points.
hit points, but it doesn't really cure disease. So he is not going to. He's just going to be revived for a short period of time.
Same as I did the one evening. It was basically
Okay.
hit points that he got back, but they are used up again. But the idea
So-
is to give him a little bit of that he feels better for a short time, that he's able to
Yeah,
speak
they can do
and
this.
think
They can do this,
halfway
yeah.
clearly.
They can do this, and they do.
Okay. I'm sorry, sir. I hope you feel a little bit better.
What is it? What is... Wellen, what have you done to my daughter?
Well, the question is, what has she done to you?
What do you mean?
You know that she's a strong magician, right?
What? My daughter? No.
Are you sure this is your daughter?
What do you mean until... Of course I'm sure she's my daughter. Who else should she be?
Well, she was unconscious, right? And she looked like Wellen. So,
Yeah.
if she would... Okay, so it's her. Do you know if she had any kind... Did she have, like... I don't know. Is she angry about something, someone? She's never shown any magical signs to you. Because she's probably the reason why you feel so horrible. And all the other people here as well.
She's been the apple of my eye and my only support since my wife suddenly died 5 years ago.
Sorry for the loss. I know it must be hard. I still don't know what kind of magic she did, but... Someone poisoned all of you, and it must be someone in the village. And the only one not being sick is her. Everyone else is sick. Literally everyone else.
He tries to lift himself up. What are you saying? We gave you shelter in this house. And you're coming here to accuse my daughter?
Well, the question is, do you all want to die and let her do her thing? Or should we try to help? We cleaned the water, but I suspect as soon as we leave, it will be poisoned again, cursed again, whatever she did.
I don't know. Well, and what have you to say? And she's like, woo.
I will take out.
Father, don't believe a single word she's saying. They are
I
evil and
will
these are witches. They.
shove it in again. We are not evil. Yes, they are witches. Again, you are the leader of this village, aren't you?
Yes, elected.
So it's in your interest that everyone here is feeling better as quick as possible. You're
Of
not
course.
working together with the vampire overlord.
What? No.
I will still do an insight check on the poor man.
Please do.
No, I have no freaking idea. I believe him. Honestly, he's so sick, I don't think he's part of this, because that would be a very weird sacrifice. We will not hurt your daughter, but we have to keep her locked away for a little while until you all feel better. And then we talk to her and see what she has to say. I want you all to be feeling fit again and of right mind.
He coughs again, and this time blood again wells up from his, so it's like bloody foam on his lips, and he sinks back, and Ira takes his hand and she says, I think we need to leave him alone. And she does something, and her hands glow, and she casts healing word one more time, but he's really sick. And we will not be able to sustain this.
Yeah, and a lot of people here are the same. So I hope that you, and I will shove the lady out, quite roughly. I hope you're proud of the amount of people that you killed, that you grew up with, that took care of you. I have no idea what insanity has hit you.
She looks
really.
at you very defiantly and angrily. You have a feeling she doesn't like you.
You want to be scared and angry. I will push her in the corner against the wall, and you will have, again, Lyra. Wings. Still the crappy wings. And dark aura coming.
Okay.
She's angry. She is so angry because this person is the reason why she cannot be after. She's getting all the anger and frustration at the moment, and she's really fighting not to just blankly kill her. No, slap her. I don't think she's a killer. It would be slapping her.
Okay, then you please make a wisdom save if you don't slap her. But this time the advantage that you have is
she will get a slap, but still it will be the necrotic shroud again. So again, this I imagine, like you know when in Lord of the Rings. Gandalf in front of the fireplace gets close to the ring and it gets dark. It basically, I think that's it. It gets dark around her and you feel just a presence. And
she failed her wisdom save, because when you do this, people get a disadvantage on the wisdom saves, and she has a 5 plus 4. So she's a 9, so she completely failed.
She's freaking frightened. She can't run away because she's back against the wall.
And you also just slapped her. And her whole demeanor changes. She is afraid. You can tell she's
burn
afraid.
In hell. You know
that. You feel a touch on your arm, and it's Min, and she says,
I'm doing it again. I know she deserves it.
I know, but you've got me frightened.
I'm sorry. It's never against you. I never put a crow feather. I never took one with me, right? No, I definitely did not.
I'm pretty sure that there will be more falling.
It it would be like, I mark you, Mom, whenever you're back. Have fun with her. But I will try to... Calming breath, happy feelings, maybe a little kitten is stroking between my legs, because I think nothing will frighten that kitten.
No.
And it will be Lyra quite quickly again.
Calliope looks at you and she says, I can see your mother quite clearly. She's formidable.
Well, if she's ever coming back, she can have fun with this one. Or maybe I should ask my master if he wants a new play toy.
Your master?
I think in mind, at least Lyra will be like, so, I'm sorry that we are delayed. This one is the reason why we are delayed to get to the vampire. So if you want to have a new game toy down there, this might be something for you.
Roll charisma. And no, not only charisma. It would be charisma based. Yeah, roll persuasion.
Because she's actually trying to sweet talk. Because she thinks he's always kind of with one ear there. Especially since she's on a mission for him. And I'm quite curious on what they are finding. Gosh. Freaking darn it.
Not even with your advantage. But do you want to re-roll?
I can't.
Oh, you spent your inspiration.
I used my inspiration.
Yeah. Okay.
The only thing would be if I can use lucky afterwards. It would be advantage. Doesn't help. It's not a reroll. It's just advantage. It's a 9. Wouldn't still.
Oh,
be
it's
enough.
just advantage. It's not.
Yeah, it's just advantage. No, it's just advantage.
And you have to tell. Okay, that doesn't make sense at all. You have to decide.
Well,
it's
still up front that it's basically kind of inspiration, but you have like 2 always with you, and you can decide that you want to roll something with advantage, even if you don't.
Okay,
have advantage.
I get it. Yeah.
It's still giving a little bit of a bonus, but less
Okay.
of a bonus than before. So nothing happens.
No, nothing happens. Okay.
We will pull her outside, or at least in the main village hall, or downstairs. However, away from the poor old man. So we now have a problem. We need the Brotherhood to maybe heal these people if they're able to lift curses or diseases or whatever. But someone needs to stay here to look after her.
Ira and Calliope and sorry, what was the third one? I want to say Jade, but that's not her name.
Calliope, Anther.
Anther look at each other and they say, we will take her with us and she will not want for anything. We will keep her safe and sound, but she will be subdued until you return. I don't think that it's...
Her.
We will. I don't think it's safe to leave her here. She will be able to persuade people to let her go.
Yes.
All right.
Let's wait until nightfall, so we can leave without too much attention.
That's a very good point. Min says, stay here. I'm going to get a different cart because a wheelbarrow will be hell to push.
Yeah,
it's easier if it's a little cart that we can pull.
Yeah. Thank you.
She takes the money.
And sorry that I scared you. Was not the idea.
I'll get used to it. But you do look very imposing.
Still no flying.
Maybe this will come.
Ah.
And she basically then walks away. And then she comes back and she says, I just realized money isn't going to help these people.
Well, they have clean water now.
Yes, but we have clean rations that we brought with us. Maybe if they have been eating the food that's been growing here, maybe I should try and pay in food.
Let's go through how much we still have. We need to get at least to the Brotherhood.
You figure that you have around about enough to make it 2/3 of the way, but you could hunt.
Which we don't know if it's edible as well. Let's give them a bit of food. I think that's the best way to pay.
So she basically takes some of the food, and then she comes back with it's a cart that has 4 wheels, which means it's way easier to handle than just the one where you have to just like 2 wheels and you have to keep it up all the time. And she says, we can use this, and then 2 men come and they place the brother who has been wrapped in linen, which is considering everything else, it's rather clean. So it's and they've also put the satchel that he had with him next to him, and they say, tell his brothers that we're sorry for their loss.
We will. And we will try to come back with help.
You make your way. It's basically the nightfall. You leave, and so the witches, or the 3 travel with you. They also bring Wellen, who's not cooperating really well, but they have put some kind of spell on her. It's like charm person. And you can tell it's taking 2 of them to concentrate because Wellen is fighting back, and she's very good at withstanding this kind of...
If she's not behaving, just knock her down. Just use a club to make her unconscious.
They smile, and then basically...
I know then you have to carry her, but it might be easier than this.
You arrive at the place where they have to basically go west into the forest, and they say, for what it's worth, and they one of them casts a spell and basically hands you rations, and she says they will keep for 24 hours. Eat them. They are clean.
Stay safe, and may the crows be with you?
Well, rather with you.
Well, you need the help at the moment with her.
And they've also created water, and she says, and this will keep.
Thank you. We'll see you soon. As soon as we brought the Brotherhood to the village, we will come to your place again.
So you make your way to the Brotherhood, and do you want to make double time to be quicker?
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk through the night, you take a short rest, and then you can walk for 1 more day, but then you will have to take a long rest.
But short rest is nice, then at least I have my spells back.
Oh, good. And so you walk the next day, and then night falls, but then you realize, because it is also cold and wet, you do need to take a rest. So you rest.
Oh, wait, I need to roll a 1d3. That's lovely, I can't. We would just halve the d6, which is...
Oh, it's a 2, it's a 3.
It's a
well,
2.
I mean, it's 1 is a 1, 2, 1 is a 1 and 2, 2 is a 3 and 4, 3 is a 5 and 6.
So it would be a 2. So I get my
it's
charges.
a 5 and 6. It's the equivalent of a 5 and 6.
What?
Sorry.
No, it's a 2.
Okay.
I just need to divide it by 2. So it's a d6 divided by 2, so I get both charges of the ring back. So it's
okay.
Fully powered up, because it just happens at dawn. It doesn't mean you have to sleep or anything.
Okay. So basically it's now night. Do you want to Do you want to do you want to set up watches?
Yeah, we will rest but set up watches.
Okay, who takes first watch?
I would say Min. Lyra does the second.
Okay. So Min, basically you have a very meager meal because you do want to keep your... so now the rations actually are about to expire, so you finish them.
Yeah.
And you eat more than you fill because you know it won't keep, so why not eat it? And then she takes the first watch, and then she wakes and she says nothing happened.
Good.
And she yawns. Ooh, and lies down. And it's now your turn to watch. And you can make a perception roll. You see nothing. You hear nothing.
No.
And the next morning, sun rises, if one can say that the sun rises. You have a quick meal and you keep walking. Do you want to double time through the night as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but
So
it
then,
means we had a long rest now, right?
yes,
Okay.
we did. And you then, the next, so basically you walk through the night. The next morning you have to take a rest, and you take a small rest in between. You sleep your 6 hours, so basically then, I want to say at around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you keep going. And then you see what they meant by City of Light, because at the top of the road, you see the walls of a city, and it's bathed in light.
Oh God, I need someone to write for me. To a city of light.
Do you
I
want
think
to approach?
I think we take like a breathing moment, just standing there, probably, and a little bit of awe, like.
It is very impressive. First of all, it's not by no means as big as Linolin, where you used to live, but it's a sizable city, and it's got walls made of stone, and it seems to glow.
This looks crazy, but
It's like a beacon of hope.
yeah,
And
let's
light.
go. Let's go. Let's hope that they have the people to help, at least the ones that are surviving, because honestly, I highly doubt the old man will have made it.
You arrive.
We approach whatever gate, door, gap situation there is, hopefully.
You arrive at the gate, and there are two men, or, well, you don't actually know if they are men. There are two people in armor standing there with helmets with their visors closed, so it could be either. And they look at you, you think, but the gate is open.
Good day.
Good day, traveler.
Are we allowed just inside? Do we have to announce why we're here? Tests? Anything? Payment?
Please step inside.
Thank you.
The City
Can
of
you-
Light is open to all.
Is there like a leader of the Brotherhood of Light? Where can we find them?
The leader is Sebastian, but he doesn't see visitors.
We
You
have
can-
one of your brothers here. We would like to hand it over to him. And Lyra would pull back the sheet.
Let's see if they recognize him. On a 19 plus, let's say, 2 for perception, they do. Brother Danuk.
He got infected by a disease. A whole village is dying. He was sadly not strong enough. We were too late.
But he only left here like 10 days ago.
I know, we met him.
He was old, but he was still in good spirits.
But
And
he
healthy.
was... Well, when we met him, he was not that healthy anymore.
Well, I mean, we will bury him. Thank you for bringing his body.
We need help for the village, and we hope that your leader is willing to send a few people to help. That not everyone will end like him.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, please.
24.
Well, I mean,
Puppy eyes.
considering that you brought one of ours back, I will see to it that you get an audience with His Highness, and then he still motions for you to go in, and he says, "Leave the cart. We will bring him in. You don't have to."
Oh, I'm happy to bring him inside the last way, because he was really
All right.
nice.
Then he says, "Just wait a second," then, and he walks away, and he comes back with two younger men, so maybe in their 30s, who are wearing long monk's garb, I should say, you know. And they basically then take a look, and they will pull the cart and say, "Well, this way. This is where our church is." And they take the body to the church, and it's a really nice building. What you notice is, first of all, there are lots of people who live here. You would say you've just even like bustling and running around and hustling, maybe 20 people even as you entered. They look healthy. And they look quite maybe happy is too much, but they definitely don't look downcast or ground down or whatever. And then the two say, "Well, we will let His Highness know that you're here. Would you like to stay at the pilgrim's house? Room and board is free."
Yes, please. We will stay until we had the chance to talk to him, and then we will head back and see however we can at least help keeping people alive.
And you basically, so they leave the body there, and then they take you to it actually says pilgrim's home, and you are given 2 beds in a kind of like it's a dorm. But each bed has like a curtain around it, so you can have privacy, each one of you. And they say, well, and there is food 3 times a day, at 6, 12, and at 6 in the evening. But of course, seeing as you have just come in, we will prepare something specially for you. It's not much, but it's hot soup and bread. That's all we can give you now. But in the evening, you will get a proper meal.
We are happy with anything that is not killing us, like almost everything out there.
They look... Okay, make an insight check, if you like.
16.
Oh. You have a feeling that this outside is more something that they know of from stories, but you doubt that they've ever been outside and have seen.
So that's only probably a small circle, like the father, like the brother, that they even left. Yeah. Honestly, why would you leave? It's a beautiful place.
That is true.
Would you please don't mind? Can you tell your leader as well that it's really urgent? We need to return.
We will.
Every minute counts for the people.
And about 10 minutes later or so, this time a female well, I guess none, comes and she says, His Highness will see you now. Please follow me.
Thank you. I think at least the 10 minutes we would have used to clean up a little and look presentable, washed face and so on.
And you are brought into the presence of a man who is round about maybe 50, grey hair, well turned out, beard. And next to him is a man that is a little bit older than you are, maybe 25, 26. And the older man says, my name is Sebastian. Welcome to the city of San Sebastian.
I will take a deep bow. Your Highness, thank you for taking the time.
This is Brother Lafayette, my right hand, if you like.
Nice to meet you again. Thank you for taking time.
Thank you for bringing back our brother.
I'm sorry we could not keep him alive, because the short time we met him, he was really nice.
What happened? I've been told that you need help.
Yes. Oh God. I'm just checking. What was the name of the freaking village?
Willowhold.
Willowhold. There I can see. I need to mark it. We met Brother Dano shortly before Willowhold. He got attacked by, well, undead people. We helped him. And then we went together to Willowhold. The whole village is under the curse of, well, someone cursed the water. Everyone is sick and getting sicker by the minute because food is not okay, water is not okay. We got the water clean now, and we, well, extracted the person that cursed the whole village, but I don't have means to help them. Healing is just helping them for a few minutes, and then they're basically dying bit by bit. I suspect that Brother Daniel also ate or drank something he shouldn't have, or that the horrible person wanted to take care of him as well. So we're here to ask if you could send help for the poor village people, because they don't deserve to die. I know it's a big travel. We can help to keep people safe to get there, but we will turn around as quick as we can to at least give the people the best help they can get. Worst, to at least make the ending easier.
Well, you have done us a great service. Of course you will help, but what I would like to know is where do you come from? If you say you just met him on the road, you either came out of the woods, which would be quite dangerous. Well, that's actually the only place where you could have come from, because you certainly didn't come from here, and this is where the road ends.
Well, we came through a door in the woods.
You came through a door in the woods, says Brother Lafayette.
We
What
are
do you mean?
not from here. We followed somebody into this world through a portal. The portal's gone now, so there's no way back, but... And then we literally stumbled over Brother Daniel.
Well, I have to say that this is very interesting, says Brother Lafayette. I would like to know more about this. Maybe you could tell me?
Well, I'm from a place called... God, my brain. Homelet. Too many games. Starting new. All the things mixed. From a little place called Homelet. And we have the job to follow somebody from a place called... Ravenloft. No, it's not Ravenloft. Kind of. I don't have the map open. Nocturne. Now I found it. I even marked it red. We had to catch up on somebody that lives in a castle called Nocturne that kind of is quite happy to drink people's blood, similar to the not so nice vampire you have in your own world.
Do you
And
want to
we
make
followed
an
him
insight check?
here. Definitely. Not really, but kind of. He's interested.
Very much so. At the mention of vampire, he takes a very sharp look at Sebastian. You can now make an insight check of Sebastian.
It's not good. Well, a tiny bit better, but still not good.
But what you do notice is Sebastian seems to be pointedly uninterested. Lafayette, this is all very well and good, but I think we have other things to do. We need to send a group of healers. Please put together a group. I think 6 should be enough. And also send 10 soldiers with them and give them horses. This time is of the essence. Yeah, but I mean, I really need to... We can discuss this some other time. Thank you.
Do you mind showing us the way out? Lyra would look at Lafayette. If your highness would be okay with that. It's a big place.
Of course. He shows you the way out.
Basically, when we leave, as soon as we are out of listening distance, at least, she would be like, if you want to have more questions, we will stay at least for a short while at the Pilgrim's Home.
Well, yes, I would be very interested. Also, tell me more about...
That your highness is not worried about what we just said. Everyone else is.
Oh, I'm sure he's worried.
Oh, the cook had not showing. But swing by. We will not stay for long, but at least we want to have a proper meal, clean up a little, and then
Well, the thing is, we will send healers, but...
we need people that cure diseases. I hope you have.
Oh, yes.
Or
that
even
is not
lift curses. I'm not sure.
That is not a problem. We will give them all the help we can give, and I'm sure that we can help, because from what I can tell, it seems like it's not a natural disease.
No.
But maybe there is something you can do for us.
Maybe.
You say you are not from here.
We've
but
been
you
here
have
4 or 5 days, how long ever we traveled, plus a day, so not much.
But you have seen the outside, haven't you? Have you not? And you've seen that it is fetid, it is diseased. Even the land seems to be dying, right?
There are almost no places that look healthy. We met werewolves, evil casters, undead. So yes, your land is not very inviting. Your city excluded. It's a beautiful place. I don't think any city in my world would be able to compare with this.
Yeah, but it comes at a price. It is very difficult to keep the city as alight as it is.
I can imagine with all the darkness spreading.
So we also need some fuel to keep the fire alight.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a manor house somewhere south of here. Well, in the Witchwood. And
a manor house. So little house.
Yeah. It used to be the house of a very old and influential family.
Okay.
And it was built by somebody named Rennick a very long time ago. And there is some say that he built this house on a kind of artifact that he found. And it could fuel
Yes.
us, and it would give us more power against the darkness, because something we have noticed is that most recently things have been changing, things have been stirring. It's like the land is bleeding. You know, there was a great war once, and we were able to subdue the vampire. But of course, he can't be killed, or not easily, not with what we had at our disposal back then. So he's still around, but he was quiet. But I feel something's shifting, and I know that His Highness is feeling it too. And
He's
we
definitely
really
getting stronger. Also, you did not imprison him alone.
What do you mean?
You had help. They are stirring as well.
You mean those heathen hags? They don't know about the light. They do their own thing. They are weak.
And
But
with
never
that,
mind that.
We cannot help you. I'm really sorry. But thank you for helping the village.
But hear me out. I have a
No.
proposal. Well then. How long are you planning on staying?
Well, we can't leave, just as you. We will try to find our vampire and see what he's up to.
But how long are you staying here?
We will leave in a few hours.
All right, then safe travels wherever you want to go.
We will go south just as you are.
Oh, I'm not going.
Well, your people are, because we want to take care of the village as well.
Then good luck to you.
May I do an insight on him again?
Yes, please do.
Natural 20, thank goodness.
What would you like to know?
Does he plan ill intent on us?
No.
With us basically blocking his idea of helping?
No.
Okay.
He really does not like the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
He really believes that this artifact will help fight the darkness.
Which it will probably do.
Mm-hmm.
Still.
But he has no ill intention towards you.
Then we will say goodbye. Thank you for the help, and we will go back to the pilgrim's home. Although Lyra will be pointing out that we should quickly leave again.
From the Witchwood, you mean?
No,
from
from this
Willowhold.
place.
Yeah, no. Min is
for-
right there with
yeah.
you. Yeah.
We should
Yeah,
not linger here. Also, I'm not sure how long they will keep us friendly.
Well, I mean, we could even go ahead. I mean, we don't need them to travel. We've done it ourselves, unless you don't trust them and think we should wait for them and make sure that they
No.
actually show up.
I think they will show up. If not, it was the help that we tried to get.
Maybe we
I
should
would
ask.
say-
Maybe we should try and buy some rations, though.
Yeah, and honestly, maybe we should see if we can buy a horse. We can ride a horse together. At least it would be quicker than walking.
All right, then let's see if we can buy a horse.
Depends on how expensive a horse is, honestly. Not sure. I never bought a horse.
Me neither. Okay, so basically, do you go through the city? And look
We are
around.
at the pilgrim's home, so
Yeah.
at least Lyra would suspect someone is running around here, so we would kindly
Oh, yes,
ask
there are
them
plenty of
if
people.
there is a place where we could buy some rations, and if they know a place where someone can buy a horse, maybe.
Well, you don't need to buy the rations. We give them to you. You're a pilgrim.
Thank you.
And horses, well, Evangeline, she's a blacksmith who shoes horses, so she will be able to tell you where you could buy one.
Then, yeah, we will ask for directions to get to her. We will thankfully take rations and tell them that we don't need the bend.
Very well. And you find Evangeline, she is standing at her forge, and she is actually making horseshoes even as you come in. And she says, just a second, need
Thank
to cool
you.
cool these down first. And then you hear this whooshing sound that is made when hot metal is put into a bucket of water. And then she comes out, she's got a leather apron, and she says, so where is she? Oh, excuse me, I thought that you were somebody else and were here to have their horse shod. Sorry, what can I do for you? I don't think, we did not have an appointment, did we? I
No.
can't remember you.
We were guests at the pilgrim's home, and they pointed us to you. Maybe you would know. We're
Right,
looking
right.
for someone who would be willing to sell a horse.
Sell a horse? Wow. Who would sell a horse? What kind of a horse are you looking for? Quarter horse, riding horse?
Well, a horse that
Horse
could carry
to
both
eat?
of... No, not to eat. God, no. A horse that would be able to carry both of us. A
She
few
eyes
days
you.
walk. And a
Well,
cat.
you're both not really very heavy, are you? So I think almost any horse will carry you.
I hope so.
Two.
Maybe not a little pony. That might be tricky.
She smiles. Well, I could get you a horse if you have until tomorrow.
What time of day is it?
Well, it's now 6 o'clock in the evening or something. You did arrive
Right.
at 1 to 2 o'clock, so...
I would look at Min. Do you want to stay a night? I'm not sure.
So is this urgent? What is the rush?
We need to get back to the village and help.
All right. Tell you what, you stay here, and if my customers come, you tell them to wait. I'll be right
Yes.
back. You can
Thank
show
you,
them.
thank you.
The horseshoes are ready. They just need to wait.
No worries. I will tell them.
And
I'm
she-
a merchant myself. I can keep people busy.
And she walks away really quickly.
Thank you.
And you wait, and then suddenly you realize that Darling really wants out.
Yeah, I will let her out. Don't run off. We will leave soon.
Darling walks
Happy mouse
over
hunting.
to the wall, and she stares at the wall, and there's a mouse hole. And you wait, and suddenly you hear, "Can you move it back? I would like to come out, but I can't. There's a cat standing in front of my hole. Can you please remove the cat? Thank you."
I'm afraid the cat is hungry.
Yeah, but I'm not a mouse.
You're not a mouse?
Do I need to spell it out for you? Please move the cat. I want to come out. I want to talk to you.
Looking at Min, are you hearing that as well, or is it just me?
No, I can hear a very soft voice, quite high-pitched, talking to us. I think Darling is in the way. She goes over and picks up Darling.
Sorry, sweetheart. We will grab food for you as well. Don't be worried. You
Hey,
sit
I'm
there.
not food.
No, but Darling is hungry. Obviously, probably. We had a long travel behind us. You're safe now.
Well, out steps a mouse on their hind legs, wearing a waistcoat, trousers, and looks up at you and says, "Well, about time. My name's Rutel. And you? I know who you are.
We
I know
never
your mother."
met before. You
Well,
still look like a mouse to me, I have to say. A well-dressed mouse.
What can I say? It was either this or a bat. Problems with bats? Lots of people are afraid of them. There is no reason to be afraid of bats. But I chose this. So, anyway, when are we leaving?
Come again?
Well, you were going to help me get to free my friends.
What? We are not here. I'm sorry. We are here to travel back to Willow Creek thingy.
Willow Hold.
Lyra
like
is not good with
Argenvost
names.
But without the Argenvost.
Well, to our village to help them, and then we need to go to the witches.
Yeah, but you're going
kill
south,
someone.
right? What?
Yes.
You want come again? You want to kill someone? Run that by me again. Why?
I'm not sure. She's the reason the whole village is slowly dying, and one of the brothers of light died as well. I'm not sure if we will kill her, but I will slap her definitely once more.
Well, I mean, but you're going south, right?
Yes.
So all I'm asking is that you take me a little bit of your way with you, and then you drop me off, and then I will try and save my brethren, or die trying.
Looking at Min. Well, you can clearly come with us. She will be there with us as well. Pointing at Darling. Just
Darling,
that you know.
Darling is eyeing this, whatever this is, speaking mouse.
Still
And
mouse.
her eyes are
Tasty.
saying, pray, tasty, hungry. That's okay. You just keep her away from me and I will sit at the back.
Or maybe you sit rather in the front and the cat is in the back, as always. I'm sorry, darling. You can't eat them. They have a name. We don't eat things with names. We will grab food. Fresh food for you. Not a mouse.
Don't eat my brethren. I mean, there are two things you shouldn't be eating. Mice and rats. They're all my friends. And I'm here to save them from the rat stretcher. You could go and eat the rat stretcher.
Well, we have a little ride, and you can tell us a bit more, maybe? If we can get a ride. Maybe we have to walk. Rat stretcher. Also, it's normal for cats to eat mouse, rats, and small living beings.
But we're all
the usual
friends.
food.
Why would she?
She grew up knowing that you are food and you are tasty. She's not vegan or vegetarian. She would also eat a fish if I put a fish in front of her.
Fish is fine. Fish is not rat or mouse. If she really needs to eat, then give her one of those.
We will see what we can get.
Well,
We will not
anyway,
let
thank you
her
very
eat.
much.
We first have to wait if we can get a horse.
After a while, you hear the clip clop of hooves.
Mm-hmm.
Evangeline comes in. Well, I got you this horse.
How much is it?
20
and I hope gold. Okay. I would nod at Min even though it's quite a big chunk of our money. Thank you. No
She's a
one
beauty.
showed up for getting the hoofs. So
They will be here. They will be here. So I also added tack and a saddle.
Thank you so much. What's the name of the horse?
She doesn't have one, but I shot her myself, so she is fine and good to go. She's still a little bit on the young side, but you can name her.
I will walk over to... Oh, I don't have that. What the heck? Again,
Speak with
wrong
animals.
character.
That would be really weird if you had that spell.
Well, I'm proficient in animal handling, which is weird enough because I have no freaking clue how that got in my character sheet. But
Then
okay.
roll animal handling. Yeah, it's
I will
probably your
walk
background because you're merchant.
But it's still very random. No.
The horse looks at you, ears are back. Then you hear like a, let me handle this.
Okay.
And a little hand pushes you to the side. You see a little mouse, Ruto, looking up at the horse. And words pass inaudibly. What would you like to know?
What her name is, or we need to get her nice name and tell her that we will take care of her and we would appreciate if she could carry us to Willowhold.
She would like to be called Buttercup.
Buttercup. Beautiful name. Good choice.
She likes to eat buttercups. She also thinks that mice and rats should not be eaten.
Sure.
Ruto smiles at you. I'm not a good liar.
No.
Okay then, do we leave now?
Yes. Let's grab rations for the cat, because we have rations for us. Although, honestly, if we got rations for us, we would have got rations for Kitty as well.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have forgotten Darling. We would say goodbye and heartfelt thank you for the blacksmith.
Good luck on your travels.
Thank you. Good luck for sales. And
I'm the only smith. I'm always make good sales.
And then we would very carefully get on Buttercup's back. I would suspect it's a question. Does Min know how to ride?
She doesn't have proficiency, but we can try.
Because it's
18.
I suspect yes. Because Lyra for sure is on horseback.
I would say maybe possibly with her background coming like maybe yes, but I mean she's lucky.
Because it would make sense for her to sit up front with the mouse at the head, and I would be in the back with Darling in a backpack. Just to keep the cat away from the mouse.
So Ruto feels completely at home. And they tell you that they are actually Fae.
Oh,
And
are you? You are not one of the 4.
Oh no!
There are more Fae out here. It sounded like there are no Fae left.
Well, I mean, it's like they are the ladies of the land. There are Fae creatures like myself. I'm actually a sprite. Well, kind of, sort of, you know, it's you see, Fae are all the creatures that come from the land, big and small, mostly now small.
And sprites like tiny. We have stories of a Tinkerbell. Sounds. I think she was a sprite. Not
Well,
sure.
We have all kinds of them. There are ones that fly as well. Then, of course, we have vulpines. They are definitely very... You might like them. They are like foxes, only... Well, they dress like me, but they're bigger.
Okay.
they're also as mostly people say that they are cute. You can't eat them though. And he looks over around Min at the cat.
So how did you have to turn into this? What happened?
Oh, I get to choose the form. Like, I mean, if I just appeared in front of people without a form, people would probably look at me weirdly, and I can't turn into a human.
So
I'm too
this
small.
is your forever look now.
Don't you like it? And he basically, I quite like it. Look, I've got a blue
Yeah,
waistcoat and red trousers.
I thought you would have a fae form.
Oh. Well, no.
And tell us about the rat stretcher, you said?
Oh, that's a really evil person. He steals mice and rats and then he tortures them and kills them. And I'm here to... It is my duty to free my brethren. They're only not fae, they're real rats. Because if they were fae, then he wouldn't have a chance. He lives in a... There's a house somewhere south of here, I'm told. And that's where he lives. Like in a
Do you have
swamp.
any
That's
idea
where I'm
how
going.
he looks?
Well, he's a troll.
And he's living in the woods?
No, in a ruined manor somewhere into the south. But that's fine. I will find it. I just have to follow the trail. You just need to drop me off. I'll let you know when.
A trail?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can smell mice and rats.
So be it.
All right. Good. On we go, trusty steed.
Well, it will be not... Well... We will not ride completely through the night. We will ride for as long as we can, and then we will at least take a short rest overnight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You rest, and then the next morning, you keep riding. And then at some point, Ruto says, "Okay, this is my exit. If you could stop the horse and set me down, please."
Looking left and right, what do we see?
The Witchwood, the forest. It's in there, and he wiggles his nose and points in the direction of the wood. Behind this is, in there is a swamp, and in there is the manor house, and I will go there and I will free my brethren.
Is it in the direction of the witches? Or is it more north?
Oh,
because we are not there yet.
It's definitely more
Far more
northerly
north.
than
Okay.
that. Far more northerly, yeah. It's not near them. It's also in the opposite direction. It's to the east, not to the west.
Okay. Well, then, good luck, and thank you for the help with Buttercup.
Tally ho! And he walks off into the night, into the wood.
Why do I feel bad leaving him? Or them?
Because
Not him, them.
because he's going to try and free his brethren from a troll.
We don't have
Min
time
says
for
very
this.
dryly. Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
And you keep traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we shall leave it here.
Let's do
So-
that.
Thank you very much for playing. Thanks all of you for listening and watching. And when you see this, it will already be 2025. So happy New Year.
Crazy. Happy New Year. Thank you. And we are looking forward to more adventure time in the new year.
And until then, have a lovely rest of the day, night, evening, whenever you are listening or watching. Bye!
Bye!